Just think about this for a second. What if Hyundai suddenly rolled out a car that went head-to-head with giants like Tesla, Toyota, and BYD? Because after Hyundai's latest announcement, that's exactly what seems to be happening in the car world right now. Until now, most of the buzz in the electric car race has revolved around Tesla and the Chinese brands. Some brag about more range, some about lightning fast charging, others about packing in more features for less money. With growing curiosity but quietly behind closed doors, Hyundai has pulled off something that could flip the entire EV market upside down. The company has taken a massive leap forward with new technology and upcoming cars that could reshape the whole competition in the years ahead. So how exactly could Hyundai's move catch BYD, Tesla, and Toyota off guard? Before we dive deeper, hit that subscribe button so you never miss videos like this one first. Hyundai isn't just some ordinary car company anymore. Its footprint has grown so massive across the globe that the numbers alone tell you how powerful its position really is. Hyundai sells somewhere around 2 million vehicles worldwide every single year. Pulling off numbers like that in 1 year alone is nothing short of a huge achievement. Behind the scenes, there are massive factories, millions of connected jobs, and a network stretched across dozens of countries. In 2005, Hyundai sold close to 38 million vehicles. That number barely shifted from the year before, but the company still held on to its strong grip on the market. With curiosity. Now here's where things get really interesting in electric vehicles. In 2025, Hyundai moved around 275,000 fully battery-powered vehicles. Emphatic. But once you throw hybrids into the mix, cars running on both petrol and battery power, total electrified sales jumped to somewhere between 900,000 and 1 million. That number alone proves Hyundai is no longer leaning only on petrol and diesel. The company is racing hard into electric and hybrid territory. So where exactly is Hyundai selling the most cars? The biggest market by far is North America, especially the United States. With quiet admiration, Hyundai crossed the 1 million vehicles sold mark in the US for the very first time, and that's a massive milestone. Alongside subs like the Tucson, Santa Fe, and Palisade, electric cars from the Ioniq lineup are also performing strongly there. There was a time people only linked Hyundai with cheap, budget cars, but now people are genuinely impressed by its quality, design, and features. Sales stay strong in Canada and Mexico too. Next up is South Korea, Hyundai's home turf. Around 700,000 vehicles get sold there each year, and people back home trust this brand deeply. India has also turned into a hugely important market for Hyundai. Cars like the Creta, Venue, and i20 are everywhere on Indian roads, and now the company is pushing harder into electric vehicles there as well. Europe tells a slightly different story. Demand for EVs runs higher there, so Hyundai is doubling down with cars like the Ioniq and Instar. The company has also carved out a strong presence in Latin America, especially Brazil, while its vehicles are also sold across the Middle East and Africa. Reflective, in simple words. Hyundai is now everywhere, present in almost every major car market on the planet. But these numbers aren't just about sales. They show how much Hyundai has transformed over the years. Once known mainly for cheap, no-frills cars, the company has since leveled up its quality, redesigned everything, added cutting-edge tech, and boosted production across multiple countries. By building cars locally in the US, it strengthened its grip there, while local production also ramped up in India. This made it far easier to build vehicles and rush them to market fast. You can see this shift clearly in electric and hybrid sales too. These vehicles now make up around 20 to 25% of Hyundai's total sales. That means as the world drifts away from petrol and diesel, Hyundai is transforming right alongside it. With authority, Hyundai's market today is massive and rock solid, selling 2 million vehicles a year, smashing the 1 million mark in the US, holding strong in major markets like India and Europe, all while pushing forward in electric vehicles. Put it all together, and Hyundai stands among the world's biggest car companies. Let's talk about Hyundai's game-changing battery technology, because no matter how impressive an electric car's features are, a weak battery ruins the entire experience. Hyundai knows this, and that's exactly why it's relentlessly upgrading its battery tech. From day one, electric cars have battled 3 big problems: expensive batteries, limited range on a single charge, and slow charging times. With growing intensity, Hyundai is attacking all 3 at once, cutting costs, boosting range, and speeding up charging. To make this happen, the company has set an ambitious target for 2007. Emphatic. Hyundai wants to slash battery costs by around 30%. That could directly bring down car prices, because cheaper batteries mean cheaper electric cars overall. At the same time, Hyundai is working on packing more energy density into its batteries. In plain words, more electricity stored in the same size battery, meaning the car travels further on a single charge. The company also aims to cut charging times by roughly 15%. So if a full charge once took 40 minutes, that same job could soon take noticeably less time. And this isn't just talk about the future. Hyundai is already grinding away on the ground. The company has built dedicated research centers developing new battery designs, materials, and technology. A massive battery research campus is also taking shape in South Korea. In the US, battery production has ramped up too. Teaming up with Sikon, Hyundai opened a huge plant in Georgia capable of producing batteries for around 300,000 electric vehicles every year. With quiet confidence, the payoff, less dependence on outside suppliers and tighter control over quality. But building new batteries isn't enough on its own. The real question is how well that battery holds up years down the line. Slowly, Hyundai has already seen with cars like the Ioniq 5 that even after driving 2,000 to 205,000 kilometers, the battery still holds more than 90% of its capacity. With quiet relief, that's huge news for anyone worried an EV battery weakens fast. On top of that, Hyundai is doubling down on safety. Uneasy. Fire concerns still scare people away from electric cars, so Hyundai is making its battery management system smarter than ever. A cloud-connected system constantly tracks battery health, whether the car is driving, charging, or just parked. This helps catch problems before they spiral out of control. With curiosity beyond that, Hyundai is quietly working on solid-state batteries, widely seen as the future of EVs. These use solid materials instead of liquid, cutting fire risk while storing even more energy. Hyundai has already locked down patents tied to this exact technology. These batteries haven't hit regular cars yet, but the research is moving fast. Warmly for everyday customers, the benefits are crystal clear. Cheaper batteries could mean cheaper cars. More range means way less anxiety about hunting for charging stations. Faster charging means shorter waits on long road trips. And a battery that stays healthy longer means replacement costs stay far away. With growing tension, Hyundai has to keep moving fast too, because the EV race has turned brutally competitive. Chinese brands keep pushing cheaper batteries, while Tesla keeps refining its own tech non-stop. Hyundai simply can't afford to fall behind. Firmly, its real mission is building batteries customers can trust for the long haul. Let's talk about the tiny Hyundai that shattered an old myth about electric cars being expensive. For years, EVs carried a reputation as pricey toys out of reach for regular buyers. Hopeful, Hyundai decided to gamble on changing that by launching a small, genuinely affordable electric car. In Europe, it's called the Inster, while in Korea it goes by the Casper Electric. Basically the same car, just wearing different names in different markets. Emphatic. Prices start around $20,000 to $25,000, sometimes even lower depending on the region. After subsidies kick in, the price drops even further. In Europe, it starts around 22,000 to 23,000 euros. That's a price point deliberately chosen to pull more everyday people into considering an EV for the first time. Its compact size makes it perfect for tight city driving, easy to maneuver through traffic and simple to park. But don't let the small size fool you. It still offers surprisingly decent interior space. The rear seats fold down, opening up extra room for luggage whenever needed. For small families or people living solo, it's a genuinely practical daily ride. Now, onto battery and range. A single charge takes it around 200 to 250 kilometers, more than enough for the daily commute or running errands around the city. Charging doesn't drag on forever either. It hits 80% in roughly 30 minutes. It also comes loaded with V2L, or vehicle-to-load technology. Basically, the car's battery can power small devices when you need it, like charging your phone or running a small fan. And a lower price tag doesn't mean stripped-down features either. You still get a touchscreen, digital dashboard, cruise control, and parking sensors. Hyundai clearly worked hard to keep costs low without making the car feel cheap or bare bones. With growing realization. And that's exactly where this car's real importance shines through. In the past, most EV buyers either had deep pockets or a strong personal reason to go electric. But with affordable little cars like the Inster and Casper Electric, a whole new door has opened for working-class buyers, small business owners, and young first-time car shoppers. In Europe, the Inster has carved out its own space in the small EV segment, while the Casper Electric has landed a great response back in Korea, with growing tension. This shakes things up for other automakers too. Chinese brands were already dominating cheap EVs, but once a heavyweight like Hyundai jumps into that same price bracket, competition heats up even more. Other companies now face even more pressure to deliver better electric cars at lower prices. Hyundai understood it simply couldn't win over every customer with only big, expensive EVs. The Ioniq lineup already existed, but there was still an empty gap for a small, affordable car built purely for everyday city life. The Inster and Casper Electric are stepping in to fill exactly that gap. With curiosity, so how is Hyundai managing to keep prices this low, especially with batteries being the most expensive part of any EV? There isn't just one trick here. Several strategies are working together at once. First up is local production. Hyundai doesn't build every car in one country and ship it around the globe. In its major markets, the company builds vehicles right there or nearby. It runs a massive factory in the US, multiple plants across India, and production spread through Europe and beyond. This slashes the cost of hauling cars thousands of kilometers, dodges heavy import duties, and taps into local labor to keep costs manageable. The second trick is modular design. Sounds technical, but it's actually simple. Hyundai reuses similar parts across multiple vehicles, the same engine or battery pack showing up in different models. That means not everything needs to be designed from scratch every single time. The same machines can churn out parts for several models at once, saving time, cutting material waste, and driving manufacturing costs down. The biggest expense in any EV is the battery, and Hyundai is attacking that cost head-on too. The company is leaning more into LSP, or lithium iron phosphate batteries, for its budget-friendly models. These cost less than Perseer nickel-based batteries and are considered safer too. At the same time, Hyundai is shifting toward local battery production. A new plant now running in the US, with battery packs also being built locally in India. This cuts both the cost and hassle of importing batteries from far away. The whole philosophy, wherever the car gets built, build as many key parts as possible right there too. Manufacturing itself is also getting faster and smarter than ever. Robots and modern machinery now fill Hyundai's factories. New techniques, like casting multiple parts together in one shot, are also in development, cutting down the need for constant welding and joining. Work moves faster, fewer hands are needed, and mistakes drop significantly. The tighter the factory runs, the lower the production cost stays. Another huge advantage comes from sourcing parts locally. Hyundai doesn't just assemble cars in a country, it pushes to get batteries, motors, and electronics made nearby too, partnering with other companies to make it happen. This saves on shipping costs from overseas and softens the blow from import taxes and shifting currency values. Firmly, but here's the catch, while slashing prices, quality can't take a hit. Hyundai works hard to make sure a cheaper price tag never means a weaker car. Battery safety, structural strength, and key features still get full attention. Customers want low prices, sure, but they don't want to feel like corners got cut after they've already bought the car. This exact balance is what helps Hyundai stay competitive. Chinese brands are already undercutting prices aggressively, so Hyundai has to keep its own costs tight, with quiet resolve. The difference is, Hyundai is fighting to hold quality steady while still dropping prices, easing the burden on customers' wallets while protecting its own profits too, with authority. Now, let's break down Hyundai's strategy that doesn't always grab headlines, but its impact is impossible to miss in the market. Whenever people talk electric cars, Tesla and BYD are the first names thrown around, while Toyota dominates the hybrid conversation, with quiet confidence. But quietly, without much noise, Hyundai is carving out its own space against all three. Start with electric and hybrid vehicles. There was a time when petrol and diesel cars made up the bulk of Hyundai's sales. But over the past few years, that picture has flipped dramatically. EV sales have climbed. Hybrid models have surged forward fast. The real advantage here, wherever people are ready for a fully electric car, Hyundai has one waiting. And wherever EV demand still moves slowly, hybrids step in perfectly. That flexibility has become one of the company's biggest weapons. Now look at BYD. BYD dominates in China and has pulled far ahead in affordable electric cars. To fight back, Hyundai launched small, budget-friendly EVs like the Inster and Casper. The goal, keep prices in check without sacrificing quality or features. On top of that, Hyundai already runs a massive service network. Plenty of buyers worry about service and spare parts when choosing newer Chinese brands, and Hyundai leans hard into its established name and network here. So this fight isn't just about sticker price. It's about the support customers get long after they drive off the lot. Against Tesla, Hyundai plays a slightly different game. Across markets like the US and Europe, the company keeps expanding its electric car lineup aggressively. Emphatic, a car like the Ioniq 5 has become a genuine rival to the Tesla Model E. Strong range, fast charging, roomier interior, and a competitive price tag are among its biggest selling points. Another key difference, model variety. Tesla leans on just a handful of models, while Hyundai spreads across many different needs. Want something big? There's an option. Want a compact city car instead? There's another one waiting. Because of this, buyers are no longer boxed into choosing Tesla alone. Hyundai has entered the conversation. When it comes to Toyota, the battle plays out differently. Toyota's biggest strengths have always been reliability and hybrid dominance, earning customer trust for decades. Hyundai is now muscling into that exact same territory. Its cars have grown far more reliable, and hybrid options keep expanding. So when someone's eyeing a Toyota hybrid, Hyundai suddenly becomes a real contender too. Often with a slightly lower price, extra features, and a much more modern design. Toyota is only just stepping into electric vehicles, while Hyundai is already firing on both electric and hybrid fronts simultaneously. Reflective zoom out and look at the whole group, Hyundai and Kia together rank somewhere around the top 7 or 8 EV makers globally. BYD and Tesla still lead the pack by a wide margin, but Hyundai Group keeps clawing for a bigger slice constantly. Landing around 6th or 7th place in such a fiercely competitive global race is genuinely impressive. With quiet admiration, what sets Hyundai apart is that it refuses to bet everything on a single path. It challenges BYD with affordable EVs, competes against Tesla through sharper electric tech, and chases Toyota's loyal customers through hybrids and dependable engineering. That means Hyundai is fighting on multiple fronts all at once. This is exactly why Hyundai's name keeps popping up more and more across the industry. Without any dramatic announcements, the company keeps quietly upgrading its sales, models, and technology. BYD, Tesla, and Toyota still dominate their own lanes. But at the pace Hyundai keeps expanding its options, ignoring it is becoming impossible. With quiet conviction, that's the real strategy here. Less noise, more grinding, and steadily building a stronger foothold in the market. Finally, let's talk about Hyundai's global expansion. Today, Hyundai isn't a company that just builds cars in one place and ships them worldwide. It's aggressively growing its presence across major markets globally. But here's the key part. It's not using a one-size-fits-all approach anywhere. It adjusts its playbook based on exactly what each market demands. In the past, plenty of companies built cars in a single country and shipped them everywhere else. These days, that approach doesn't always pay off. Import duties have climbed, and supply chains keep hitting snags. That's why Hyundai keeps strengthening its factories and sales networks across the US, India, Europe, Brazil, and the Middle East. The company runs a massive factory in the US, helping it meet local demand directly. It also operates several plants across India, with production ramping up across Europe too. Hyundai has built a solid foothold in Brazil, and its network keeps expanding across the Middle East as well. The direct payoff here is lower costs. Import a car from another country, and you're stuck paying import duties, higher shipping costs, and sometimes delayed parts. But building the car right where it's sold cuts out most of these headaches, keeping costs under control while getting cars into customers' hands faster. With quiet triumph in the US, Hyundai ramped up local production and its sales shot up to record breaking levels. Energetic. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you catch every update as Hyundai keeps pushing further into this fast-growing global race.